and then they got a little takeaway for it. I think it's very important for all of us to experience culling some kind of animal
Yeah.
in some way. I remember, well, it's probably 2 years ago now. Went up to Joe's and he was culling his rabbits. Watched him do it. He was, showing me how to do it. I'd help out with little parts, and then I did one myself.
Mm.
The only time in my life that I've ever, killed an animal. But I think it's important for us to do those kind of things to be able to appreciate where our food comes from.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's
um,
crazy that so some of the people who I've had around who have never culled an animal or never even seen the process or had anything to do with the process, the two biggest things that I always find funny at the takeaway is they're they're weirded out by how quickly it goes from this is a cute animal to it's meat. You know,
yeah,
we did the quails the other day, and quail's super simple. Pop the head off, pinch the breast, skin peels off like a sock. You know, and I had my son-in-law with me, and I did one real quick just to show him, and he was like blown away that wow, that's meat now. You know, it was a bird a second ago, now it's meat, and he said the same thing
yeah,
when he did the cow. Another thing that I always hear is people don't realize the weight difference for some reason. It typically with larger animals, but I've heard it in reference to chickens too. You get a 10-pound chicken, you don't get 10 pounds of chicken. You know, you get 2 or 3 pounds of chicken.
right. The rest is bones
Or
and skin and
right, right. And the amount of, awful, I don't want to say waste because nothing's waste. You know, chickens will eat anything.
yeah,
But as far as like the cow guts and whatnot go, whatever organ meats we don't eat. But like our last bull, I want to say he was 750 or 800 pounds in that ballpark. You know, we got 400 pounds of meat off him, which is a kind of a good haul. That's on the better percentage wise. 30 to 50% is a really nice percentage.